It's their new regulations. I know.
Thought for sure David was, Porsche guy's gonna be here. Hey, she is. Hello, Laura.
I just want to say hello.
Come on in, stay a little while. Got pizza out there. You met my oldest? No, come on in. Don't worry about it. We can wait.
Are we live?
It's all right. She come on. She just been on the other show, right?
Good to see you.
Headed for the state Supreme Court. Is that correct?
Yes. Are you going to be at the meeting tomorrow night?
Yes, ma'am.
I need your vote on this. We're going to do a resolution.
They're doing business.
Of course.
We're going to vote on a paper ballot backup for Travis County elections. So I need your vote on this.
Yes, ma'am. You know you got it. Anything you need.
You need to be there.
Yeah, I need to be also there for Cargill. Speaking of gay stuff, got to make sure Cargill gets a.
You know we're live, right?
Yeah.
Are we live right now?
Yeah, we're live right now. How are you?
I'm wonderful.
Never one to miss an opportunity right here.
I just want to say hello. Okay.
Go be happy.
Yeah, well, I got to be there and nominate Cargill for precinct chair
Okay.
because there was some difficulty in getting to be precinct chair, and I'm not sure why.
I don't know what's going on. I'm staying on elections.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
so let's get this show
Take it
started.
down.
Okay, someone who's been in TV for how many years have you been doing TV?
Almost. Is it 20? Right.
You
at
don't know
20.
how to hold a mic close to your mouth?
Well, yeah, but now I'm old and tired.
Speaking of old and tired, hey everyone, welcome to Trailer Park Show, which is, we're doing something different
Where's that
tonight.
background?
Well, there's no background tonight. We're doing something a little different tonight because
42nd anniversary.
it's 42nd anniversary, and we've been an entertainment family for bajillion years now.
Yeah, because we were always down here, and y'all have been down here forever.
I'm the oldest. I do fan service. We have our geek block party on Thursdays. My brother, the youngest, is in there. He obviously got none of the talent that I got.
If I could,
And he didn't say anything.
I could point out that at first, when you grow up, you're kind of shocked. But kids were doing anything that I did. They don't know anything about fixing the car and all this stuff.
I know it has 4 wheels and it goes. That's what a mechanic is for.
But when it comes to things like, when I learned to do a computer, they just got a bunch of broken computers and put parts together, and next thing you know, how the computer works just fine. All them wires behind the TV and stuff, they know all them wires.
Oh, it's so much more simplified today. I have now made
The
my
point I'm making is, though, while you weren't doing what I thought, none of y'all, I drove trucks all my life, none of them drive a truck,
nope.
but they're really good at what fan service TV.
Yeah,
I
we're
have no
really good
idea
over
what that
Fanboy
show's
TV.
about, but you put it all together real well.
Looks good.
It looks real good, real sharp. I got no idea what the content
But
is.
it's funny because when he talks about technology, I'm in the process of turning my house into a smart house. So if you walk to my house and say, okay, Google, let's play Xbox, it turns on my TV and everything to where it needs to play.
And you got the giant TV too, I guess.
Got giant TV and the sound system and everything, and we just have all sorts of fun. And I could talk to my Google Home unit and get all sorts of things working around.
Come on in.
We have more guests.
Yes, Mike Lee, Mr. Mike Lee, Esquire here.
Come on in. Hi.
My oldest, I don't know if y'all ever met him. Brother? Come on, sit down. Can you sit down too?
Yeah, you can sit down. I find it odd because my dad is super, super political, and I'm not.
Yeah, that's another weird thing.
He's crazy.
I am the least amount of political you can get. Like, I don't even vote. That's how unpolitical I am. And it makes him go crazy when I say that because I don't vote. I think everybody's crazy, and that's how we got a Cheeto for president.
We've always had one.
Oh, no. It's really fun to watch how this family's evolved.
Okay, go ahead. Tell me what you don't like about it.
Like about what?
You said about the president.
Oh my God, he's a crackpot. He is a reality show crackpot. I was hoping things were going to go really well, but they're not going very well. I thought this was the change people needed, but no change has really come about. I watched the documentary 11/8/2016 that follows people throughout the day, and just watching the disparage from the Democrats throughout the day who started real happy, then not, the Republicans who were happy, then they are, was just hilarious.
It was pretty funny.
But watching you do a political show every week, I don't know half the things you talk about. Like,
Well, next, we got Code Next coming up. You really do need to pay attention to stuff that does matter to you. It will affect your property taxes and all
you
that
know
kind
what
of
matters
stuff.
to me? When the new Destiny patch gets put on the Xbox. Let's be real honest here. In case you could not tell.
Is that geek stuff?
Yeah, it's total geek stuff.
I don't even know what geek is, but I think I
Your
get
son the one that does the TV thing?
He's
Yeah.
the one that does. He's the one that's so sharp I was telling you about. I got no idea what it's about, but it looks really good.
He watches it in, superheroes over his head because it's not local politics.
Well, it doesn't accomplish anything, or.
Oh, it accomplishes a bit. We laugh a lot. We created a xenomorph
Yeah.
Jigglypuff. Come on now.
But while you're laughing, somebody's jingling you.
Who's Chick-fil-A? What is Chick-fil-A? Okay, this is the true nature of my dad coming out here. Like, he's evolved a lot over the years. And it's called the Trailer Park Show because they drove trucks
Yeah,
around.
a little while.
And people said you can never do a show, so they did the Trailer Park Show. That's why it's called the Trailer Park Show. And you've been doing it a long time. I'm surprised you still do it with your oxygen tank. Like, you just put some googly eyes on it and give it a mic.
He's been doing it 42 years, right?
Damn near between the two of us, me and Paul.
Yeah, a long time to be doing a show. Especially down here, through all the changes that have been going on. But
You're a part of that changes. One Christmas night, in a frozen truck stop, I had Ma, and he was younger then. We didn't have Josh yet. And I thought it was neat, all the banter on the radio and stuff. I said, no, I got to get out of this. That's when we got into.
Keep your mic by your mouth.
That's when we got into.
He's not professional, Josh. He doesn't know.
Well, if you talk loud enough, hell with it. All right,
Keep
go
going.
ahead. So that's when I decided to get out of the big trucks and get into a dump truck, stay here in town. Because, it may have been cool, but it ain't cool for long. It's a lot of work.
It was a lot of work.
I did work all the time, didn't I?
Yeah. It's been fun watching because
60, 70 hours a week, stuff like that.
yeah, and my favorite was because he was never home, so my mom would go shopping and she'd hide stuff around the house and pull out 3 weeks later going, oh, we've had it forever.
Yeah,
how
where
she-
did we get this come from? Oh, we've had it for a long time. Well, can I tell her I
weeks.
caught him? I said, I got to go get some out of your truck. She flipped out. Anytime my wife flips out, I know there's something to look out. Well, she had something back in her trunk, and she'd had it for a week. But that's how it is. When I come home, I say, when did we have this? We've had that a long time. It's been down in her trunk for a month.
So it's been a long time.
That's the way it still
There's
goes.
so many stories from this family over the years because we have evolved into an entertainment family. You guys handle more of the blah blah politics, and I handle all the fun stuff.
He does.
And I think it's really fun to see how it's all kind of evolved because this has been a long time of just figuring out things, and we're all self-taught. Like, we have general knowledge, but we're really hands-on training that no one does anymore. No one does, what do they call it, apprenticeships? What is it when you go work for someone?
Trades.
Trades, yeah, where you learn a trade, because no one does that anymore.
Apprentice, yeah, and we're like electricians and all that.
And so when we watch your show, Josh and I, because we're, geeks by heart, we're like, who's a what? ASD, what's a bond? I don't understand what redistricting means. Does it mean that they're going to move people from one area to another? Gentrification was a new one for us too.
Gentrification means move black people out, move the dogs in.
Yeah, basically. And it's
That's liberal white folks with dogs.
When I was coming in across the light tonight, I see people out there walking dogs, but I don't see people.
it's weird, right?
It's crazy.
Yeah, like
I see trains and
got the mic in
new
it.
trails,
oh, we have another mic.
new rail system in, walking dogs. I thought the rail system was for moving people.
No, and sadly, I know some people who are part of the gentrification process. Of course, I do. I know just about everybody. Like, I know furries, bronies, weird people, game makers, filmmakers, like you name it.
Furries?
You mean the new segregation? They call it gentrification.
Yeah, I know people who are part of that. They bought some houses around here to remodel.
I didn't understand any of them words you said. Start with furries again?
So
Is that what I think it is? They
It's-
dress up like animals and go romp each other?
yeah, pretty much. That's almost what it's like.
God.
So part of our fun family is we have back here, guys. We're on camera. Don't pay attention to the crew. They're fixing things. We lost one of our members last year with Aunt Sid, and she's here with us tonight. And that's because
spirit,
Mom's
anyway.
had a really hard time dealing with that. I don't know how you've dealt with it, but the show must continue to go on and things like that. But it makes me laugh.
We have
watching-
been a close-knit family. She was close. We might have her ups and downs. She did a hospice in the house. And
Yeah. I think it's really fun when you guys watch these shows.
That's a good thing, though. That's where it's supposed to be.
yeah, it is.
That's what love is,
The
man.
whole family's there. There wasn't no idea about doing anything else with it.
No.
And it
wasn't gonna happen.
was hard, but that's something you don't see when you watch any of our shows is there's a whole family behind this. There's a whole
There is.
bunch of love behind these shows, and that's not something you get in a bunch of major shows a bunch of the other shows here either. They're kind of there. It's not done out of love. It's not done out of because they really want to do it. They're just like, hey, we could just throw this up here and do whatever. And some people do that, and that it works for them. I'd rather have the close-knit family that we all have. Like, we can come down here, work on your show. You guys could try to work on our show, but you don't know what we're doing.
No, I don't understand what you do. I don't.
I just invaded the trailer park.
And
I just invaded.
tell everyone about your experience with the trailer park show.
What's that?
How's it been?
I don't know how I got started in this, really.
You know, funny.
I started helping. I call myself helping Pokey out, trying to take a load off his back. And he says, "Come on down." I said, "Okay." Next thing I know, then Pokey. No, it's his idea. It's you and Dickie. Y'all always doing stuff to me. Because I just wanted to be a precinct chair, and I just wanted to help you out.
Well, you are.
Then you say, "What about this? What about it?" Now I tell everybody.
Politics. There's always more to do.
No, he's really the director. I really just do what he said. I talked to him.
Don't forget tomorrow.
I won't.
I got us a ride. We're all going in a Cadillac.
Well, Laura has specifically requested my presence, so I got to go.
Yeah, you got to go.
She said it's somewhere on 15th Street, Texas, something.
I know where it is. Texas Trucking Association.
So they have some events
Anyway.
going up tomorrow, but it's funny that you bring
We're
up
already
that
talking
you just kind of
politics.
showed up here because that's how Fanboy
Yeah.
TV grew. They showed up and they love the environment that's been fostered, and they just stick around. And I love to hear that that's happening over here as well. Although
I just thought I'd bring some color to the trailer park, man.
Well, that's. We've been trying to do the same thing with politics. It's this whole station is you really got to almost brag about this station. It's got all the equipment you need. We're worldwide on the internet right now.
Be it all equipment.
get back in there,
all
you
equipment. It's all digital
evil
lighting.
freaking Frodo. Go get a haircut.
It works.
It works, and they are
I'll be
upgrading.
down here.
This is a great resource.
It's
I'm
a
not
great
gonna lie.
resource. Right next door is Right Click. I had never touched a computer until I got this thing up my nose, and then I went right next door. And now I'm almost a computer geek, and I would be if they come over a little more often.
He always lets me come over when I have to work or I've got other events going on because I'm like booked 24/7. And then I tell him, Google it. Have you Googled it?
Google what?
No, I don't
My
know.
problem is
Google your question, you'll get an answer. 9 times out of 10.
I got tape stacked to the roof. Now they're on DVDs. Now I don't know how to put them into like a slideshow or something. We used to go to the border like once a month.
Yeah, there's a huge history of this show. They've been all
Oh
over the
yeah,
state.
that's true. There is from when they burnt down Waco. We went to Alex Jones and a bunch of them and built them a chapel up there.
Oh, yeah.
You built a chapel?
Yeah. We went out to West Texas when they had the standoff. That was some pretty stupid stuff I did out there.
All right, so I'm going to take you guys down
Anyway.
memory lane. I want you both to close your eyes, and I want you to think about the first time you're on the Trailer Park Show. For you, close your eyes and go back in your memory. Close your eyes.
You know
go-
we should smoke a lot of pot back then, right?
Close your eyes and go back in your memory. That camera will be on you, making sure that you are going down memory lane.
You got to play that song, Mo.
No. Close your eyes and go down memory lane.
I can't remember.
Go like this and just remember.
We started out helping some other people. Remember, it was the Jeff Davis show, and that's when we started our show down here. We wanted to try to help each other, and we were calling it the ties that binds, because I always had the idea we got to bring everybody together. And part of what we did, they always knew I was sort of political. They'd ask when they see something on the news, 10 o'clock news, is that right? I said no. The news doesn't lie; they just don't tell you everything. And so I used to park my dump truck or my truck, and I'd go to film the press conference. And one of those times, and then we play the press conference, and then we play the 10 o'clock news and show us different. And one of these times at the press conference, I knew you don't get in their way. I've been to satellite cities.
It's the crew. They're being mice in the walls.
Yeah, so we're kind of being around. And one of the girls from KXN, and one of them local stations looked down at us, and they don't like us because we're cutting them down. So y'all ain't nothing but trailer trash. Trailer Park Show.
That's how it was born.
That's how I was born.
And since then, we've had a lot of fun growing and evolving and developing shows. But it's time for our first fun surprise for you tonight.
No.
Here's to 42 years of this really messed up family, y'all. Let's do this.
Uh-oh, what's going on now?
I have no idea. My back is to the door. That's not.
Come on in, y'all.
I don't think that's a good thing.
Can they come in?
Who these speaker.
That must have, yeah, what the hell's gonna go on?
Oh, that's my son-in-law there. That's my producer. My wife won't come out. My wife has abandoned me.
Oh, no.
Out in my hour of need. You on the red carpet?
See what happens when you get. Oh, that with the bird, too. Take it, Robert, take it.
See that microphone?
Hold on, let me turn this up. Hey, Daddy, come on.
It's gonna be a wonderful day for a black wedding. And we have our minister right here.
Oh, no. Hey, no, not back a Cargill.
We've got a minister right here.
You got a witness.
And then I got somebody's gonna stand up for me with my sister over here. So, I was gonna sing you the song, but with my voice as bad as it is, I couldn't sing it.
We had to crawl.
Well, I thought you said you wasn't going to make it tonight. Now I find out.
We had to crawl
Yeah.
through it.
Well, you must stand for this, my dear.
You better put that over and let me lean on it or something in hell. All right, stand with this. What are you going to stand for?
Stand up, man.
What do you mean that's so mean? He's got to stand.
Hold on, let me make sure I got plenty of. That my leash is kind of short here. Yeah, I got a little more leash now.
What number you on anyway?
Yeah,
Lean on something.
What number you on?
I'm on number 3, but I need to go up number 4.
you'll be okay for right now.
All right, so Chris and James, on your wedding day, you exchange rings as a symbol of the never-ending circle that symbolizes the eternal quality of God,
Imaginary rings.
unending strength, and unending love. May you always wear your rings as a reminder of your wedding vows to each other and your commitment to continue to live in unity and love and happiness. Now, to remind you of that commitment made on your wedding day, you will now renew your pledge.
I love to hate you, and I hate to love you. That's just the way it is. But when it said in sickness and in health, rich or for poor, I'm still here. I'll always be here.
Well, I got to say something. You've always been the most precious thing there is to me anyway. And I've said it before that you look better now than you did at 15, and that's hard to.
Look at this.
Well, what it means is that it grows. We've grown together.
And the one thing that preacher man said was what?
Let the tides roll.
Tides roll. Take
And the
good
tides
with
will
the
roll.
bad, the bad with the good, and all you married people out there, don't be so quick
Let
to
the
call
tides roll.
divorce. You know, let the tides roll. You take the good with the bad, and that's
And
the
you
way
wind up
it
at a
is.
place that feels so.
42 years with this man.
It's hard to think that there'd be
42
anything else.
years with this man.
Still alive.
Praise Jesus.
Who are you praising?
He's in seafood right now.
Well, you'll appreciate this. There's one good reason for it. I taught her to shoot a 45, and she could shoot grasshoppers.
No.
with it.
You did not teach me how to do 45. Swedish target changer taught me how to do 45.
Well,
so,
nonetheless, you can shoot grasshoppers with it.
yes.
Like 15
right-handed,
yards?
left-handed, two-handed. Yeah.
So you don't really want to mess around too much.
All right. So marriage is a commitment to learning to care for one another and mutual fulfillment. It is not an act, but a lifelong relationship, always in the making. Marriage deepens and enriches every facet of life, Happiness is fuller. Memories are fresher. Commitment is stronger. Even anger is felt more strongly and passes away more quickly.
I shut up. I shut up.
Shut up, sir. I hear you laughing back there.
I go the route just to shut up, and he just keeps on going, and it's like, okay, keep it up.
Sleep on the porch. Let's not forget that.
I always think that I can get the last word in. You think I'd learn by now?
So marriage understands and forgives the mistakes life is unable to avoid. It encourages and nurtures new
Wait,
life.
what was it? Mistakes? What?
Life encourages to avoid her.
Okay, go on. Had to think about that one.
New experiences and new ways of expressing a love that is deeper than life. When two people pledge their love and care for each other in marriage, they create a spirit unique unto themselves, which binds them closer than any spoken or written words. Marriage is a promise made in the hearts of two people who love each other, and the potential for marriage requires a lifetime to fulfill.
There's a heart.
What?
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 She's having a heart attack, Artie.
She has a heart? What?
So,
does
Chris
have a
and
big
James,
heart.
today you have renewed the promises and vows you made to each other on your wedding day. You have symbolized the renewal of the marriage, that union, by just joining hands and the taking of vows, and by exchanging of rings. It is with pleasure.
Where's my ring?
It is with pleasure
You got enough of them.
that I conclude the ceremony of renewing the vows of marriage that joined you and forever binds
You
you.
can never have too many. Even if they're made of plastic.
Nice. So it would bind you as husband and wife. So please celebrate this renewal of vows with a sign of affection. You may kiss.
Wait a minute. My sign of affection is a finger.
Come here, mommy. There you go.
Sure the cameras aren't broken.
Can I take a picture of that?
I know, right?
We're not doing that one again. Not for another 42 years.
It's been 42 years.
You
Wow.
guys, there's something wrong.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you, Michael, for coming down here.
Absolutely.
I
Didn't think that
wanted
was
you to
coming,
be
huh?
part of this, and of course, you know,
Surprised you didn't.
it couldn't be it couldn't be a black wedding without my friend here.
Outstanding.
Thank you, Michael.
Well, thank you so very, very much.
Let's come on in here.
Yeah, now we get to have the wonderful 42 years of Ritterdom.
This is going to be priceless because I was told we could talk about all the stories, Josh.
Uh-oh.
Yep. I'm gonna go grab me a chair here.
She's going to grab a chair. We're going to be too mobile for this, trust me. Oh, he went out to go sit down in the lobby.
Oh, okay. Well, this one can go back up on the counter over here.
Right here? Well, no, because I'm going to need a mic. Now you're going to need that mic. Oh, never mind. There's none over there.
Hold on.
New sister-in-law.
When we get
Daughter-in-law,
to
whatever
the
you
year
call it.
2000, then you can come in. But the early years,
Well, I'm just going to stand here and watch.
I need that microphone. Take that over.
Okay.
I'll do the
Yeah, it's
Hey, sit down, Mom.
this.
Yeah, you gotta turn the TV
Why?
so people can see you.
Well, you got a camera right there for
See,
that.
look, I could have gone. I couldn't.
All right.
Oh, we.
So we're going to start with when they first met because I don't know how this happened. And you know what her response was?
a dog pooed on
No,
his.
it was he had a motorcycle and that was hot.
No, it wasn't.
That is what she said.
No.
What did you do?
Story.
No,
Okay, tell me dog food. Okay, tell me-
There's a
They were
story
in
how we
Houston.
met.
Hey, you quiet you. They
Hey.
were in here. I'm telling the story.
I was there.
Oh, no, we're arguing.
I'm telling the story.
He was there spiritually waiting.
Oh, no,
Somewhere
okay.
floating around down there.
Okay.
So were you. But the story I had was that they were in Houston and they met because his dog went over to their house and, decided to squat down and take a nice big seeing pile of poo.
Frodo took a dump on our doormat.
It was Frodo.
His name was Frodo. A
Did he
beagle.
carry the
dog.
ring to the mountain?
A beagle.
Okay,
Lord.
so I'm confused because you told him one thing, but you tell me because he had a motorcycle and that was hot.
No.
That's
no.
She showed me the picture.
That was
with the
a
long
motorcycle.
hair, looking like you're some
That
sort
was
of.
to show you what
pictures
I
you see? I've
married
seen
back
different
then. Now
pictures.
look at him now compared to back then.
Oh,
I don't know. I don't think he's
I
age.
get to look forward to that, too.
Yeah.
also, Let me tell you about their lovely wedding picture. She's wearing a denim dress overall, and he's wearing a 70s pimp-tastic suit with a frilly collar and everything. V-neck cargo, I kid you not.
Hey, I got the picture up on the
And my dad was standing there with his arms crossed,
Yeah.
giving him the stink eye.
Hey, we had a black preacher too, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
And here's the other fun fact.
Father-in-law.
She loves to tell me how it was a shotgun wedding because you got
He
caught
does.
sneaking into her the window.
I've seen the picture. I don't see no guns in that picture. I've seen that picture.
No, you didn't know my grandfather.
Yeah, you didn't know Grandpa.
Okay, see, back then in the day, you could sneak into windows. Today, you just walk right in the front door, nobody cares.
Yeah, you just swipe right.
Yeah, swipe right. Yeah, you guys didn't have that because she would have been like, swipe, motorcycle. Let me see that motorcycle picture.
I couldn't help
What
it.
kind of motorcycle was it?
Oh, that was after we got married.
It was one with
and
two wheels.
It was when you were about 2-3 years old.
Like, I'm going to remember that far back. Are you kidding me?
That's
You
when
can barely remember
that's the one
yesterday.
we had it a week and we wrecked it.
We had more in a week, but yeah.
What more do you want to add to the early years before we start with the 80s? Because I'm going to
okay, well, the
unload.
70s, still in the 70s. Of course, that was the wonderful year, 1977, when
Star
you were
Wars kid.
born. When you were
I got
born,
that privilege.
and it was great, you
So
know.
did he.
I just
No.
remember I scared to lay him down.
No.
Yeah,
He was big.
yeah.
I almost dropped his ass or something like that, you know.
And then he doesn't believe this story, but he was taking a nap, and for some reason you were just way too quiet. And I snuck down there, and I took a look around the corner.
Oh, here comes this story.
I took a look around the corner, and you were finger painting on the wall with your poop.
Yep.
Oh, mama.
And licking his fingers when it was done.
Oh! Did it have nuts in it?
I don't know. It depends on what they fed me.
Chris.
Maybe it had corn. When did you eat corn?
Oh, you need to be talking about.
Hey, this is a no holds barred
Oh,
session
it's
right here.
trust me, it's a no holds barred because you pooped on him when he was born. That's why
No.
he's got squinty
Okay,
eyes.
excuse me.
I was there, yeah.
That's from the 90s. We're moving on. Okay.
No.
What more from the 70s?
Okay, there's one other one. We moved to Columbus. And that's where weirdo cousin Joe Bill, who was a meth head and all this other shit,
We had meth heads in
ran
our family, too.
behind a store while it was open
They used to have
and
Coke bottles you
stole
could turn in.
Coke bottles. And he was on his way to LaGrange to change them in. Well, he got, next thing you know, running down the street are these Barney Fifes with their butts in the air.
Shoot them out of the air, too.
And I mean, it was literally Barney Fife
I had to go get
running
him out.
through. And anyways, he had crawled up on, Joe Bill had crawled up underneath the house. And
No,
he was
so
holed up
8:30.
underneath there.
8:30.
And,
We start a half hour late now.
and,
Yeah, their time change. It's weird.
anyways, by the time they got him out from underneath there, he gave his name as,
He said it was me. Because he just got out of prison.
yeah. But they sent his prints in and found out he was a
So I'm over there
fugitive.
working, and here comes the sheriff looking for my ass.
Yeah.
Stealing bottles, running like a crack hole.
Yeah, what are you doing? You said, I didn't. They took me off.
Needless to say, in the middle of the night, we bugged out of Columbus and went back to Houston real quick.
Well, it was,
And that was
family on the run.
also around that time, shortly after that, was when we moved up here to live with Aunt Sid, because I did not want to put you in Houston ISD. And,
Couldn't have come out any worse than I did now.
no, I think
see
you
him?
came out a lot better, but the Houston ISD was a lot worse. So I didn't want you going to Houston school, so we came up here and lived with Aunt Sid. And the other good one was we were there with Kelly one day, and your dad came home, and all the neighbors out in the afternoon, after everybody gets home, out there smoking their cigarettes, having their beers, and
Manners.
you run down the sidewalk going, Daddy, Daddy. Kelly runs down the sidewalk going, Daddy, Daddy. And then me and my sister came down the sidewalk. It was like, you came to me afterwards, and Kelly went to her, and the neighbors were like,
Well, let's face it. I was perma baked from, the marijuana-induced
but
pregnancy.
you were a great baby. You were a good kid.
It's kind of the places that we lived. You
Hey.
always take outside, have cigarettes, and drink beer.
All right, let's get to the decade that matters. Mine.
1980s. The decade of the Gavin.
Let me tell you how lucky you got dodging the 80s fashion they inflicted upon me.
See the pictures.
Yeah, there's pictures of me with
Grandma got you that
waist
stuff.
high. Okay, every school year I had a towel made out of carpets that looked like Rainbow Bright's freaking top.
Grandma got you those
And
clothes.
they let me go every year dressed as Rainbow Bright for school pictures.
You
To be
picked it
fair, you
out.
probably weren't the
Rainbow
only
Bright.
one.
Oh, he doesn't. He doesn't.
Don't worry about it.
He would have
It
known.
was made out of towels.
He would have known who Rainbow Bright is if he would have watched Robot Chicken last night. He would have known who Rainbow
Fun
Bright
things
was.
from the 80s.
I know.
There's a reason why I go by a completely different name.
Jeremiah was a great biblical
It
name.
was a great biblical name
But that damn
until
bullfrog.
your mom, who was on who knows what, decides to come out the door, go through the backyard, walk to the middle of the street, where we're down the street, because my mom used to have a vocal cord on. You can hear her from 2 streets away.
You still carry
I'm
that.
playing with family, and this is what I get. Ready? Jeremiah, come dump out my ashtray. And she turns around and walks right back inside and sits down. Come dump out my ashtray. I'm a block and a half away. So every time someone called
But
my
all
name,
your
that's
friends,
all I saw from
everybody-
mom in the middle of the street going, Jeremiah! All the
You
time.
also had to.
Not to mention, I finally found out that my middle name comes after the General Lee because she was watching Dukes of Hazzard at the time.
No.
There was witnesses.
Yeah.
There was witnesses when you said that, and you were completely sober in the past few months. So yes,
Those years I don't remember very well.
Tell you,
Yeah.
you smoked a lot of pot back then.
all sorts of fun things. Or like we talked about before the show, I go to watch my Saturday morning cartoons, and instead I get a lesson in sex from my parents.
Oh God.
You weren't supposed to look in there.
It's my tape says Ren and Stimpy.
I know you to mark them tapes down, Ma.
You know,
The
I fell for
horror.
the same trap.
Yeah, you did it on both of us.
Oh, we're not going to even open that door.
Why not?
That's a bad door I don't want to have on live TV.
So, yeah, lots of fun in the 80s because there were lots, like, Halloween was our crap. Like, it was our holiday because we went all out, and that's where I get my Halloween love from. And so people were like, dude, you overdo Halloween. I said, no, you don't know overdoing Halloween until you see my mom's things hanging out of the tree or the
We
Invisible
had a lot
Man.
of fun. The best one was when I had the carport full of the
Yes.
dummies, and I had those black girls kept coming
Yep.
up, and I'd pull out the snake and they'd scream and and it was funny. So they laughed, and then about a half hour later they came back and said, "We know your tricks. You're not going to fool us." And I'm like, "Okay," just threw candy at them. But in the meantime, between them and the next visit, our friend named Bob came over, and he was from head to toe dressed in a mask,
Like a mummy.
oversuit, you know, and he sat next to me in the
Didn't
chair.
move.
And those girls came back, and they're like, you can't get us, blah, nah, 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 nah. We want more candy, give us more candy. Bob came out of that chair, and those girls ran down the street screaming.
Yep.
I thought
Probably
they got a
beat
heart attack.
themselves.
Halloween was our holiday. You guys don't have any idea. Like, we lived for
That's true.
Halloween.
No wonder y'all came out so weird. Huh?
Still live for Halloween.
I also laugh because this mofo's allergic to cedar, and every year we had to go cut down cedar trees for our Christmas tree. I was like, how dumb can you possibly be?
know-
He'd be covered in hives going, I like Christmas. Because, we had to wait till his birthday to decorate it. Drove
You
me
had to
crazy.
cut down the Christmas trees. I couldn't find
Cedar
anything
trees.
but cedars. Huh?
I didn't know for the longest time Christmas trees are pine trees. I thought they were literally just cedar trees you cut down out of a
That's a
field.
Texas Christmas tree.
Because this was off the field with the giant snake that they were totally obsessed with that one time, and I wanted to go poke it. They're like, no, it's going to kill you.
What snake?
There was a giant
When we
snake.
were out.
I
Christmas tree hunting.
never went Christmas tree
Oh,
hunting.
no, because you guys had snakes for pets.
Yeah.
And spider. That's not normal.
Yes,
Yeah,
it
it
is.
That's normal.
No.
normal.
Because they also had an 8-track player that I didn't know what it was
Oh,
at the
that
time.
thing was funny.
I could not figure it out. I was like pushing buttons. I didn't know what it was till I was grown. They
It
had
was
an 8-track
broken.
player.
It would only play one track. You had to push it in, pull it out, push it back in.
Get rid of it.
It's gone.
Well, you know what else was
I've had
fun?
that for years.
Before I wrap up the 80s, when we finally moved out of the house, everyone thought the walls were brown, but they were actually white because you guys smoked so much. You took a picture off. There's a white little thing right there. I'm like, Or the times you guys made me really mad, so I poked a hole in your waterbed.
To go back to Halloween, the other Halloween that I thought was the best, and you kind of got mad at me for it, was when you drugged me around as Igor.
I didn't get mad at you.
Igor
That
was
mask
fun.
smelled like crap.
That what?
The mask I had to wear smelled like crap.
Oh, well, I was Igor. I
It
was
was an
his
80s
pet.
Halloween mask. What did you expect?
I was his pet,
Roses?
and he drugged me around by a chain. I would pee on fire hydrants, and
She was very naughty to school
Yeah.
officials.
Did
yeah.
you really pee on fire hydrants?
She tried to, and she did dry hump the principal of my elementary school.
I did not like him, and he did not know who I was. And I just,
Aren't you glad you didn't have to go through that?
You missed the drug fun days, trust me.
Aren't you glad you didn't have to go
You got
through
the
that?
more streamlined, hey, let's be Paris days. I got the whatever the hell happens, happens days.
hey, and it still goes on today. Whatever the hell happens, happens.
I had a good decade too.
All right, so
You
now.
know I got stories nearly like this.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, we did
you
get-
don't want to
You're a
open
little
that
bit
door.
older
do you?
than
Not opening any
everybody
doors.
else.
Open the door.
Yeah, you
No.
opened it
Cat
first.
worms.
I had to open it because we're driving in the car, and he tells me she pooped on him when he was born. And so I got squinty eyes, and I died. I
No.
died.
Okay, let me do you a little biology
Hey,
lesson for you.
no, wait a minute. I was there when they were both born.
Hey, if I
And
have to
before
draw
he
you a
came out,
picture-
face up,
All right.
and you gotta go, oh!
Here's his
I mean,
face.
told
up.
you don't do it.
Okay, here's his face. up.
Okay, let's face anyway.
Where's the vajayjay? You know where the vajayjay is.
Yeah, I know. He was
The
face
butthole's
down.
under the vajayjay.
came
He
down,
slipped
face down.
out when they went to
That
catch
would
him.
have been a miracle
Getting
thing
back
like
to
on
our kitchen.
Seinfeld.
You got pooped on by miracle poop, apparently. That's what she's telling you.
He
Good luck.
pooped on himself. It was called
It was-
meconium.
No, it was, we had to pop out and get the thing, stick it down his throat.
Don't listen to him. I was biting on his hand so
All
hard
right,
it's hilarious.
let's get into some fun 90s stories.
All right, start it up.
Damn, out of his throat to make him
I
breathe.
mean, I did used to send him into your private times during the middle of the day because
Yeah.
I see the door closed and he'll switch and go, Josh, they're playing a game. They want to play with you. And his little toddler ass will walk down there and open the door and just walk right on. Y'all didn't stop.
Afternoon delight,
It's
what do you
down
expect?
funny while you're playing Sonic.
I liked when you were doing Sonic and you were trying to play games and
His big fat head being my way. Yeah.
and you'd be sitting on the floor and he'd plop on your lap with his bottles.
You know,
He'd lean this way, he'd lean this way. Yeah, it was
I'm gonna
pretty
bring up
funny.
stories of when I was a silly young kid. Let's bring it to one that Kelly enjoys.
Which one?
With the little guy with the farm gun.
Oh,
And
I
Kelly,
came
you know,
home one day, and Kelly was rolling on the floor laughing his ass off higher than a kite. So anyways, I'm like, what's up? What's up? He says, you got to listen to this. Okay. He had a little tractor with a little farm guy that had this little, thing on his thing so you could put it on the
plastic green
seat.
farm guy.
So it would sit on the seat and he'd not fall off. Well, it was just funny because Josh had a speech impediment. He couldn't exactly say the word ST, okay? So he couldn't do that. So Kelly goes,
Sounded like-
ask him what this is. Ask him what this is on the farmer. And as it goes, I asked him, he goes, Green Army guy dick. I was the next one on the floor, rolling on the floor higher than a kite.
And he's
Josh,
sitting there,
what's that thing called?
Green Army guy dick.
I didn't know what was wrong.
Oh, my.
Then there was a time I thought
Making
that
fun of our youngest like that, yeah.
I thought that he had got out of the house. I couldn't find him
He is
anywhere.
sneaky that way.
I
Put a
couldn't
bell
find him
on.
anywhere. So I looked all over the house. I couldn't find him. I went outside. I was frantic. I was like about to call 911, and I heard something. And I went out in the living room. Look, he was in that closed basket toy box with the ET head sticking out, just the eyes. He was all covered with toys, and his eyes were right
You know,
there.
I find it ironic because I really don't really like ET, so
You are not my brother.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Other fun stories, like I used to be able to tickle him and to make him pee. That was always
Oh,
fun.
and the Jolt Cola when we
Oh,
went to
yeah,
Pennsylvania.
we went to a funeral and I gave him Jolt Cola in the car. And you like a freaking pinball, like all over the place. And I'm just sitting there going,
It was really bad. At a funeral, too.
That was at a funeral. I was visiting my uncle in Pennsylvania when we went to Pennsylvania. And
Jolt
man,
you know why you like Red Bull? You can thank me.
Thank you.
Oh, good Lord.
It was fun teasing him.
yeah, and you tickle him to make him pee.
Oh, I could probably still do that.
I can
yeah, he
actually still
could.
do that.
Uh-huh.
I'm still super ticklish.
And then we're not going to open the
Yes,
door.
he is.
So,
Don't open doors in the middle of the day.
Yeah, don't open them unless you
With a
knock
house full of
first.
people.
Yeah,
Hey, what do you expect, man?
unless you knock first.
you know, you,
She was hot.
you know one thing I
What am I
really
supposed to
enjoyed
do?
We're
growing
not
up?
talking about that.
Yes. You know what I really enjoyed growing up? The fact that you had birds, lizards, iguanas, and spiders. And
I couldn't stand that. There's
That's
no.
true.
amazing.
She had a whole
I'm
zoo over
okay
there
with
many
that whole
times.
list -1.
Oh, we're getting into trash.
Well,
We had a little trouble at church, if I recall.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Can I
spider.
tell it? Can I tell
Alright.
it? So it got out one year, and
we just didn't know how long it'd been out.
And they didn't bother to tell me either.
No.
so one day
Long day at work. I come home, want to rest.
he's reading newspaper, doing what he does.
Being
and
politically
I'm sitting
involved.
in the living room playing with Lego or some shit, and I see the spider, just giant tarantula, just crawling across the.
The big tarantula, wasn't a big kind.
Yeah, it was like that big. It was big. And so I go find her.
Mike, to your mouth.
And I go open it. I'm like, hey, it's out.
Not to me. He ran into the.
Yeah.
He got up. He ran in the other room and said, "What's going on?" Oh, don't worry about
I
it.
told him to go get a Cool-Whip bowl and put it on top of it.
And they both came out and stared at the floor.
And you wonder why I say no to the tarantula.
It's not gonna get out. I can't climb up glass.
Well,
And
Okay.
you wonder
it was
why.
headed straight for you know who.
I do have another tarantula story though. That's not about it getting out. But it's the one
About
we-
to attack me?
No, it's about the one where we had two of them in the same tank that was divided by glass, and one decided to go to the other one. Do you know?
After how many years?
Years.
Yeah, were years and years they were separated by this glass, and then one day it was on like Donkey Kong.
And then one of them was dead the next morning. I was like, oh,
Do you remember the bathroom in that house?
the office.
Do you remember the little window on the with the brown stains coming down that we couldn't figure out what it was for the longest time until we got tall
Cigarette
enough
butts.
to see the cigarette, the pyramids of cigarette butts that were wet and leaking down
Do you,
the
you, know,
wall.
you remember what I remember of that bathroom?
What?
The green pitcher.
Oh yeah, talk
Use-
about some redneck stuff. Yeah, you got to flush toilet with that green pitcher.
Yeah, we had a toilet. That,
My mom
it was
is the queen of
original
MacGyvering
no-flush
things.
toilet.
We're not even gonna lie. Like her toilet now is like a key ring and a chain
Not
and
anymore.
a stick.
I fixed it.
She's all, not anymore.
I fixed it.
We've been true redneck plumbers right here.
Fun thing about cigarettes is the same kind of thing with your type. I decided to clean my room and clean the walls and everything one day. I thought the wall for the longest time. I thought
brown.
the walls were yellow. So I took a white cloth to clean off some dirt stain, and it was white. And I go after it and I'm rushing to one of you
Well,
guys.
congratulate us because it's been 10 years since we've smoked.
Now your walls are white.
Congratulations.
Your walls are white, and I still hate white
Original
walls.
color.
But yeah, that time was fun with Gimpy here in his bunk bed, and we would play toys, and then he lied about me or Kermit the Frog. Yeah, don't think I'm going to forget that. I left him my Kermit the Frog, and then I asked for him a couple years later and said,
right.
"Do you still want it?" He goes, "I don't know," and no one knew where it was. He threw it, so I couldn't get it, and then lied about it, and I got yelled at for years.
Where
And
did
they
you
found it on
throw
top
it?
of the Amwar because he was feeding it June bugs and didn't want to let it go. Sneaky bastard, trying to get me in trouble.
Kermit the Muppet Frog?
Yes.
You're feeding a June bug.
And he didn't want to give it back to me, so he hid it and forgot where he hid
You
it.
squished up the June bugs in it or
No,
what?
he put the June bug and made it eat it. And they goes,
Wait,
I took it away from him.
Were they live or were they
Yes,
dead?
they were alive.
Ew.
So
And
I
that's
got in
my
trouble for
boys.
years for that until they found on top of the Amwar, and I was like,
I
what?
wonder of
What?
your sanity, dear.
You were blaming it on your brother.
He sure was a sneaky bastard.
Why not? He wasn't there.
Yeah, blame it on me.
Well, that
greatest
was the
skit-
time when we just really didn't know where you were.
Oh yeah, I graduation. I left. Boop. I was gone.
we did-
You know, for a while I thought I was a
he's-
cause because I remember vaguely in the red van, I turning around and going, "You're fired."
No, but you disappeared
was all
for a
your
while in your life and stuff. But
Yeah, I went to go to crazy times.
all I know is I was doing a show out of the main studio here, and I got a phone call. I don't know who it was. It was a male. I don't know who it was. He lived here in Austin, and he just said, I didn't know this. You knew, but your son's going to have a baby. It's going to be born in November. And that's when I buckled down and I found you through the internet.
Yep.
And that day that we met at that McDonald's was the happiest day of my life.
Not for him. He wasn't the only one anymore.
No,
Yeah, I
buddy.
could have blamed him on Kermit the
I
Frog.
was so happy that
And now I have a pre-teenage
found
jackass.
you again, and I'll never ever let that happen again.
Well,
Oh, mama.
That's,
My name is-
hey,
when I say you got the cleaner of the parents, you lucked out. Like
you know,
yeah.
we
Yeah,
had, we had,
let me own
we had our
chickens.
day.
We had our day. We're all better now. We're not. No one's perfect.
Yeah. But
But now-
anyways,
What y'all looking at me for?
Because you're way past your lifespan.
That's just mean.
Hey,
Hey.
do you remember the chickens?
oh, Lucy and Ethel.
Yeah.
They'd watch you.
Yeah,
Cleaning
they
the
were so
dishes.
funny because he went to charter school, and one of the charter school things that they had to do was they had to raise a pullet. And well, I don't know why he didn't get one from school, but I went out to what are that Callahan's who got him 2 pullets, and he raised those from babies.
Did you know what else is really fun about him? He'll eat just about anything. I made him eat
Oh
a chili
no!
cheese
Wait. Okay, let's go this
Yeah,
one.
he will eat
Eggs.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, he'll eat eggs.
Lima beans.
No.
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 You won't eat eggs?
He
Quiet.
does.
Quiet. I'm doing a poll here. Okay, eggs, lima beans, black-eyed peas.
No.
Yeah.
No.
You're not in on this. It's Easter.
I don't care.
Shrimp,
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
lobster.
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's insects of the freaking sea, people.
They are
No.
delicious.
It's
No,
not
it was
kosher,
the
you're
poop
correct.
They are
track.
delicious.
It was the poop track
No,
that
it's-
got you.
it's
Not
bacon.
poop, it's mud.
So,
Cockroaches of the
Just
sea.
mud.
Doesn't matter. It tastes delicious.
I'm going to let you guys wrap up
And just
with
so
the
you know, I am
2000s because I got to get ready to go.
Kind of.
Oh, well, I got to get ready to go myself.
So,
here.
you guys get to wrap up with the 2000s. Don't throw me under the bus too much because
okay,
I will watch this.
Oh, good Lord, I don't even know.
Oh, would you queue up? Oh, no. Well, one of you's got to go queue up my end slate so that he'll know to put it up.
You go do that.
10 minutes still.
Oh, well.
Your
never mind
decade's
then.
over. You're
Never
gone.
mind. All right, well, go and take care, Phil.
Yeah.
Hey, hey.
Yeah, I gotta be honest. We got pictures to prove it, huh?
You.
Shh. Oh, we're not going to talk about that one. Who was used to have to go into the store?
No, he
I was at the.
No. Go home. Go home.
This one needs to be documented
wait.
for prosperity, okay?
Wait, I got a disclaimer. I was at work all the time,
He wants to say that.
so.
And you
right.
wouldn't embarrass me.
Let me tell you
Son into that. Come on, what
how lucky you are. I am 7, okay?
No, you're not.
You older than that.
You were older than that.
I am a
7 or
small
8.
child. And this
a
back in the day,
medium-sized child.
An
when you had to go
adolescent
get
child.
pictures developed. So my mom takes me to the store and says, okay, go out and pick up our pictures. So I go inside, the guy behind the counters, because he have to inspect your pictures and then make you inspect him. He was like, are you sure? I was like, yeah, I'm here for Chris Ritter. She's my mom. Okay. So he
And I think
brings,
that guy still works at HEB.
so the guy brings the pictures out and he goes, all right, well, are these your parents? And it's a whole roll of sex pictures of my mom and my dad in very awkward poses, poses that small children don't need to see their parents in. And I'm like,
I told you don't open that door.
that's my mom and dad. And he goes, okay. And he slapped him up, put him, goes, have a nice day. And turns around and just walks away. And I walk out to the car and I'm like, why did you do that? I'm not going to go in there. They'll see me. They've seen all of you. It doesn't matter.
You know, we're lucky we didn't get in trouble over that, Ma.
Yeah, nowadays you can control for that.
Nowadays,
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, poop eater.
now.
Poop eater.
Do you know what I miss? All the fun family trips we went, like museums and stuff,
They did.
like the Lexington into Texas and.
Well, he can't go anywhere anymore.
Yeah,
You know, a
even to the,
motorized wheelchair, you can toot around on there.
No,
They
but they
gotta
have
rig the
one
car
for
up,
about
stuff
like
like that.
$50. It's got wheels about this big on all 4 of them. And I seen him at the store, and I talked to the lady. She says you can get him at Walmart, and it's like $40, $50, and it's just a little wheelchair. And she let me push it, and it's real easy to move and stuff.
Yes, I know what we're gonna do.
Oh, by the way, 7 and 2, 7 and 2. It's going to be at Pennsylvania.
Oh, get off that stuff.
Pennsylvania Super Bowl this year. I'd get off of it because your
10
team's a loser.
I think it's 10 minutes, right? Yeah.
Yeah, your team's a loser. My team's a winner.
I didn't watch.
Yeah,
I haven't seen
I ain't
much.
so hot about my team either. It's okay.
They should have beat the shit out of you know who last night, but
Yep.
they didn't.
Yeah.
We did go to a football game with the kids.
My team's the best.
It's what he's saying.
You're an original Steeler.
He's been on the Steelers bandwagon this year, and
Of
I'm
course.
like, of course,
He's
of
Mama's
course.
son.
We're 3-6 now. 3-6. We lost. Yes,
horrible.
we lost against.
7 and 2, and
Cheaters
top of the
last night.
AFC.
We lost
That
against
means
the
you're gonna
Cheaters last
have
night.
7 rings soon.
Oh god.
Oh yes, and oh boy, watch out, Marcos, because I'll rub that in your face.
Oh yes, she will. She rubs it in mine all the time.
Marcos and I have fun with it.
Are you excited about your trip coming up?
Maybe if we go.
You guys should go.
You guys should go.
I can't get around all that. That'd be a lot of damn.
I'm working on going. It's
Didn't-
You
also
know what?
Didn't
I will
you
go
say-
to
We need the money.
Lowe's. I will go to Lowe's. I will buy a plank of wood and some wheels, and I will make you a wheelchair.
He
I will
will.
duct
Are you
tape.
gonna come to Houston and push me around in it?
you don't have to have courtesy clerks to do that.
Pay a monkey to do it.
You ain't got any money. I ain't got any money.
Monkey. Hey, don't pay me money to train it.
Yeah, well, I definitely want to go, but with this new treatment and everything,
That's a lot of money.
I'm really going to have to see how I'm going to be feeling then. And, there's a lot to do with my cancer and stuff. So, I'm just going to have to we'll see what falls. It'll be
It's
what
a
it is,
bucket
but
list
I got some good offers already on buying them things.
She's talking about, she's so precious to me that a ways back, I went ahead already
I
purchased
never got an anniversary
You
gift.
got all this stuff.
I never got an
gave you
anniversary gift for
anniversary
42 years.
I used to give
I
you
never got a
magazines and
birthday
everything.
gift for 42
magazines.
years.
Yeah.
I never
You actually
got
had
anything for
a
42
weapon.
years.
Chris,
Christmas gift, 42 years.
Chris, you have 2 birthday gifts.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's mine.
Chris.
You have 2 birthday gifts. One is born
So
before your
I-
birthday. The other was born
For
literally the day
42
after your
years, I
birthday.
didn't get shit. So when I call and collect,
didn't
when
get
I
it. Never.
underwear rose that
I
can't even go around
remember
my
going
ankle.
with him to work everything. He would stop on his way home.
And buy the underwear rose.
No, the little rose that the bums sold on the side of the street that he used to.
Well, yeah, and half of them were underwear roses that wouldn't even fit around my ankle.
They weren't actual. They were actual roses.
No, they were underwear roses.
I remember them because I played
They
with them.
were underwear roses.
No.
They were actually roses.
They wouldn't even fit
You're
on my
spiraling
thing.
now. I was going to explain that I got you these tickets to the damn football game on Christmas Day, and you spiral off about how I've not got you anything.
And I
Let's demonstrate
collected.
a family argument now, or what?
I collected.
Hey, this family's always had arguments.
Well,
we get through it.
It's still an offer. It's still an offer that I
Hey.
will go with you.
Hey,
That's a couple $100.
Hey.
We can use that money.
Hey.
Sell them tickets.
hey.
Let her
Remember
go.
these words? Let the tides roll.
Chris,
Let her go.
Chris,
Time.
Chris, it's still an offer.
She can go,
I will
but-
go with you.
Hey.
There you go.
I will even wear his jersey and be a
dress on
Steelers
you.
fan for the day. I will pin it. I don't care.
So I ain't getting my money back, am I?
Okay, besides, during that time, I'm going to be 6 months pregnant, so
Yeah, you got a new
I'm
Ritter
already
inbound.
getting tiny, so
Well, you can walk that far.
I can walk.
What did you say?
You have a new Ritter inbound. Plus,
Yes, you do have a new Ritter inbound.
where's Uncle Gene?
This
Uncle
is
Gene's
on
not
Christmas Day, so you won't be around on Christmas Day.
Well,
You
you gotta
better
wait till
be glad
March.
Uncle Gene's not here. That's a crazy backwoods man. Yeah,
But he likes
Uncle
race.
Gene went nuts.
Part of family.
He is still family.
Well, y'all will get to see Andy and Becky at Thanksgiving.
They're doing
Becky's
well.
coming down with her husband and everything. And Andy's going to come with her boyfriend and everything. So all the
the
kids and everything. So this Thanksgiving's really going to be one to remember in the Ritter family, because I don't think we've ever had such a big deal going on. And it's
Can they handle it?
we're all going to handle it. Oh, by the way, I'm going to pick up a ham and turkey. And if you could pick up a second turkey.
We're making roast.
Well, we're going to need, you're going to need to get a turkey we need 2 turkeys. And I'll give you my coupon one.
All right.
I'll give you my coupon if you used your coupon.
We haven't used it yet.
We have been good at holidays. She always decorated. Our house was the most decorated on the block.
I'm focusing on the outside of my house this year, like I'm going to do.
Since the
And
kids
I
are
have-
gone, we don't hardly do so much.
I
We don't
have a
need to.
unique Christmas tree. I guess you could call it Art Deco or something. What I've done is I've taken tree branches since my kids have been gone. I gave him the tree, and
Yes, it is.
anyways, I had this nice branches on my wall that hang on my wall, and you put Christmas lights and ornaments on it. That's what I call my Christmas tree.
So
It's nice looking.
I have a question. I have a question about that really tall tree. Has it always been missing a branch?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. No, like we were assembling it
That might
last
have been
night,
the one
and I
that
could
might have been thrown away because the rat
all
had
of them were
babies
there.
on it.
No, I think that's the one they didn't have. Was why we had it for such a discount.
No. Remember, there was a rat that had babies in that box.
I remember there was one year I fell into the tree.
You almost fell into the tree last night.
I was.
Oh, I remember when we were working late on Christmas Eve and we came home and found somebody had fallen into the tree.
Was he as drunk as a skunk or high as a kite?
Both.
Both.
The answer is always both.
Those were the days of yesterday, my friend. La 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 la. I'm gonna get out of here, 'cause I gotta do my end slate tonight. You guys can talk together and have some merry weather. And thank you for sharing in our anniversary tonight. So anyways, la 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 la. I'm gonna get out of here.
Don't
you
ask her
guys
what she
take
was
out
smoking tonight.
some.
Some wicked beats and wicked lyrics.
No, don't you remember that song?
Off from the head.
Remember that song? La 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 la
Come on,
la
come on.
la.
I'm not gonna do
I'll take your word for it, Mom.
I'll play it for you on YouTube.
Come on. He sounds British when he raps, by the way. It's really funny.
No.
Yes, he does.
I
Yes, he
can sound British whenever I want.
I can't help it. I'm drooling. I have a
Cockney
dry
accent
mouth.
going,
Whoops.
Oops.
Mike.
Oops, a daisies.
Well, it was fun, guys.
We still got 5 minutes now.
Well, you guys can
5 minutes,
take care of
Tekish. 5 minutes.
that. I've got to go do
Well,
my
what other fun stuff can we talk about with
I just like we have had good holidays.
I remember one
always had-
time he brought home a brown paper bag and there was a tarantula inside of it.
I knew y'all would like it.
No, you're not
We have had a
Somebody
zoo.
brought on the bat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I brought a bat home there one time.
What kind of bat was it?
Just a regular brown tail.
Scorpion.
There are no such thing as regular bats. They all have names.
Yeah, brown tail,
There's no
Mexican brown tail, whatever it is.
between bats.
Mexican
The local-
Mexican free tail
Free-tail.
bat.
You see my. Then we found a scorpion once that in an aquarium. And well, I didn't know. It was winter. I didn't feel like going to get crickets or nothing, so I threw it a handful of roly-polies I found under a rock.
You know, don't do
The
that.
next morning, I found. All I found was the
Yeah.
tail. The damn roly-polies ate the scorpion.
Yeah, roly-polies are scavengers. They will eat.
Take him off.
Scorpion.
Yeah, they are scavengers. They will eat anything that crawls.
Live scorpion.
No, hold on, real quick. We did take Josh Indian arrowhead hunting one time. He got it complete with a ride in the back of a Williamson County police car.
And I saved those two. Who
Turns out
I know you do.
it was a marked site because it was big time, and it was trespassing. And the guy wanted us thrown in jail, but the cop just piled us all in his car and took us somewhere and let us out.
dumped us out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, we had to give up half what we found.
It was only half.
Well, it was lucky because if he had looked and found the rest of it, he might have took it all.
Do you remember the rat snake?
Yeah, the big giant rat snake we had.
See,
Turns
now
out so mean.
Here's the thing. I would be okay with having a snake.
Oh,
we
yeah,
just
one
have
left.
we have to literally wait for one thing to happen. And
Well-
I'm sorry, Mom. I love you to pieces, but for me to have a reptile in the house, my mother has to either not come around the house anymore.
Okay, well, ain't nobody go to your house. You're on the 3rd floor.
People
None
come
of
to our
us
house all
wanted
the
it.
time.
My parents come to my house all the time.
Our house.
Did I say my house? Sorry. Excuse me. Our
No
house.
show
Pardon me.
next week. We will be back in the 26th, I think it is. I think. Yeah, no show next week, the 20th, right?
I don't even know what day it is.
It's 20th. And then we'll be back after that. We are going to put together some past candidates because, you know, we will be back into politics.
It's. Excuse
And
me.
working on
Yeah,
outreach
yeah,
stuff.
you tell him manners,
Father like son.
like child coming out.
I had to burp it out.
Anyway, 5 seconds. Say goodbye, y'all.
Bye.
Say goodbye.
I know, I don't either, but sometimes you have to. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.